video. If you are a new subscriber, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, hey, I know I have been gone for so long, but I say that literally in almost every video. So I'm gonna be consistent, y'all. Like if I'm not consistent, hit me in my DMs on Instagram and be like, girl, where's your video? Like, just where's your video? All right. But let's get straight into this video. I don't want this intro to be too long. As y'all can tell by the title, this is how a resident tried or is trying to hit on me. Y'all, let's just get to the story, all right? Let's just get to the story. All right, so I started this job about like 2-3 months ago, and where I work, it's an assisted living. So it's like they're senior assisted living. So it's like older people, but who can do stuff for themselves. It's just, you know, I'm just there. I work at the front desk, so it's just like I just answer the phone, you know, what most front desk people do. So I was like, all right, that's easy, that's lit. So I told her, give me the rundown on like the employees, like the people who work there. First of all, there was a whole scandal. That's a story for another time. Like, I'm not even gonna get into that because they probably watch my videos. Hey y'all, hey. But yeah, so I'm not even gonna get into that. But there was a whole scandal before I even got there. So I was like, definitely staying away from that person, because yeah, I'm not in for no scandals. I'm not even in here for none of that rah-rah, none of that.
No ma'am. No ma'am.
That is not for me. So I was like, all right, what else? So then she was just like, oh, there's this one person you'll definitely get along with. I'm not gonna put his name in there, but it's a guy coworker. She was like, oh, you're gonna get along with him, he's real cool, whatever. I was like, I bet. So I need to put nicknames. So the guy coworker, I'm gonna name him John. So my coworker, she was like, oh, you're gonna get along with John, and John's gonna be cool, just stick around him, you can trust him, he's a cool guy. I was like, all right, cool, I bet. So then she goes, oh, there's 2 people that work at the front desk. It's me and another lady. We're gonna call her Jane, right? So she said, watch out for Jane, because don't tell Jane everything, because sometimes some of the things you tell Jane, she gonna run and tell your boss, and you know they're gonna do you grimy on the schedule after you tell, you know. So I was just like, I bet, got it. So what she didn't tell me was about this resident. So I'm gonna name this resident Lance, because I don't want no name. I don't even want the name close to what his name is. Lance, that's what we're gonna call him. So this is my first day here. Like, first of all, I was training a while. I trained for like 3 days, and I got the hang of it. So then this was my first day by myself. I'm not even gonna cap to y'all. I cried the first day because I was scared. I ain't know nobody there, and it was just me. And it was like, what if I messed up? Like, you know. So I was just like, I low-key cried. Like, I didn't cry like ooh, wow, wow. But I like a little teardrop. But I was like, get back in there, tears. So, you know, I would have been fine. But let's skip forward, because I know y'all don't want all that. But, you know, y'all gotta hear some stuff. Like, there's some stuff that y'all need to know going forward to get to the story. So I'm sitting at the desk, and I'm answering calls and writing stuff and whatever. And I see the residents, and the residents are really cute and cool or whatever. Then this one, like, he's so independent. Like, he don't need anybody for anything. Like, he got everything on his own. His name Lance. So Lance got like a little schedule. He when I get there, it'd be like an hour or 2. He come up, go see the nurses, he check his mailbox, then he come to the front desk, talk for like a minute or 2, and then he go back to his room. Like, you never really see that man besides those times. Like, that's literally his schedule. So it's like, you know when he's coming. Just remember I told you that. That's his schedule. So remember that I told you that, because that's very important. Like, that is very important that y'all remember that. I kid you not. It is very important. Okay, so I met, what did I call him? John. I met John. I was like, oh, so you're John. Cool. It's nice to meet you. Whatever, whatever. And me and him, we kicked it off. We was cool. We was like, we friends. Like, we're like this. Like this. We're cool. But now, so I see Lance, and he goes to the nurses. He goes to his mailbox. I'm minding my business because it's like my first day. He comes and he was just like, "Hey, Julie," and I was looking at him like, "Hi," because first of all, this is my first day. I don't even know your name. How you know mine? So he's just like, "Oh, your friend told me that there was gonna be a new person, and she told me what your name was," and I was like, "Okay." And he's just like, "You're really pretty. Like, you're really pretty." And I was like, "Thank you, thank you." I shouldn't even have said nothing. I shouldn't even have kept entertaining the conversation. Then he goes, "Oh, so do you like the job?" And I was just like, "I just started, so I'll let you know after a couple days, but for right now, I like it. It's cool." And he's just like, "Yeah, well, you're really pretty. It's amazing. I've never seen someone so pretty." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. That really means a lot, and thank you so much." And he was just like, "Okay, well, have a nice day." So he leaves and he goes, and I was just like, "Okay, that's cool." Now we're gonna skip like a week or two, because it's the same thing every day. He says the same thing every day. And okay, so it was like a week or two in, and I was wearing like some leggings, right? I think leggings, a sweater, and some boots, right? So I see him coming. I was just like, all right, here he go. So he goes to his mailbox. He comes to the desk. Here's exactly how it goes. "Hey, Julie." I'm like, "Oh, hey, Lance, how you doing?" Because I learned his name after a while. So I was like, "Hey, Lance, how you doing?" He goes, "Damn, your legs are just so, yeah, they look so nice." Like, I was looking at them from afar, and I was just like, "Yeah, you got some nice legs." And I was just like, "Yeah, thank you." He was just like, "You're just so pretty. Like, wow, I just can't believe it. Like, what a beautiful black queen." And I was just like, "Thank you. Thank you very much." So then he goes, "Okay, enjoy the rest of your day." Then he leaves. So I called my friend, and I was like, "Yo, why is resident talking old? Like, why is he being weird?" And she was just like, "What's the name of the resident?" So I'm like, "Oh, Lance." And she was like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you." What I said, "Forgot to tell me what?" She was just like, "You got to be careful with him. That man he used to bring, you know, those women that get paid to do that job, you know. He used to bring them there to that place to, you know, I'm not gonna, y'all know what I'm talking about, but he used to bring them there to do that, and they were black queens. So he thinks that all black girls do that." So I was like, "What?"
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I was like, "Well, somebody needs to let him know that I'm not that girl." And she was just like, "Oh yeah, you just gotta tell him." And I was like, "All right, I got this. Just tell him, like, yeah, I don't know what you're thinking." But I was just like, it's not that he said anything crazy, but it's just like the legs thing was kind of weird. She was like, "Yeah, just tell him though." And I was like, "All right, I'll tell him." So a couple days passed. I don't know. I think he did come up the next couple days, but he didn't really say nothing crazy. But a couple days passed, and he comes upstairs. He comes to the front desk, and he's just like, "Hey, Julie, can I talk to you?" And I was just like, "Of course," because, you know, I'm a nice person, so I like to talk. So I said, "Okay, what's up?" He goes, "You want to come downstairs and play for a little bit?"
Oh!
Somebody! Oh!
He needs some milk!
What? So, I kid you not, I was like, "What?" He goes, "You want to come downstairs to my room and hang out and play for a little bit?" And I was like, "No." I almost called his real name. I said, "No, Lance. I don't know what you think or who you think I am, but whoever you think I am, I'm not that girl. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's not me." And he goes, "Oh, okay, I understand." I was like, "All right, well, have a nice day." He's just like, "Okay, you too." Then before he even turns to walk away, he looks down the hallway to see if my boss is coming. Then he looks at me. He's like, "So you're not going to come downstairs?" And I was just like, "No, Lance, I'm not coming downstairs." goodbye. So he's like, okay. So he walks away, right? And I'm like, all right, I got this. So I call my friend. I tell her, yo, why did he just tell me to come downstairs? So John hears the conversation between me and Lance, and he's just like, did he just? I was like, no, he really just asked me that. Like, I don't know what this man is thinking. Like, it's just, no, it's not. What? Sir, you look like the man from Up. What? Carl, that's what I'm gonna call him. Carl. Like, Carl, what are you doing? No. Literally, when I kid y'all not, he literally looks like the man from the old grandpa from Up. I kid you not. Crutches and all, or whatever the stick is called. Crutches and all. Outfit, everything. The look. Y'all lucky I can't put his face in this video, because we can't do that. But y'all, I am not kidding you when I tell you that man. Nah, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to collect myself because I'm laughing telling this story because it's still funny to me. Like, it really is just hilarious. But so he keeps doing that like every day. He says that same thing every day. So now it's like a month to close to 2 months in of me working there, right? And I kid you not, when you guys thinking, oh, it can't get any worse, I was in for a ride that I didn't want. So, sorry. So basically, I think when because you know how we're on quarantine, right? Like, y'all know, y'all can't answer me, but we're on quarantine. So it's like, you will have to be locked down, especially the residents. They can't go anywhere. But because they live, like, they handle themselves, they're allowed to go in and out. But they just got to tell us. But when they go out, they have to stay in their rooms for 14 days. So I think that's what happened to him the week before. But he says, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to the bank. So I note that he's going to the bank, right? He goes, it was like probably, he was gone for about an hour. I was like, the bank is not that far. Because I know where the bank is near my job. And it's not that far, especially if you're taking a taxi. So it's like, bank is not that far. Why are you gone for a whole hour? This man comes back and he's standing at the desk. Like, I'm pretending not to see him because I'm already not looking forward to the, oh, you want to come downstairs? So I'm over there. I'm pulling a Lil Kim. I was dodging. I was running from that man. Like, I'm trying to hide from him. Like, I was over there hiding under books, papers, anything I can just to pretend, so I could pretend I don't see him. And he goes, hey, Julie. So I was like, hey, Lance, how you doing? And, you know, and I'm pretending to type on the computer so he'll go away. And he's just standing there staring at me like, so I'm looking at him like, okay, is there something that you need? And he goes, yeah, I have something for you. Okay, what do you have? So he puts the envelope on the counter and he slides it over to me. So now I take the envelope and I'm like, who's it for? And he's like, oh, it's for you. Because usually if it's for somebody, you got to write their names on it and put it aside so that person can get it whenever somebody gives it to them, you know? So he says it's for me. So I was like, okay. Then I put it down and he's like, so you're going to open it? And I was just like, is it important? Like, do I have to open it right now? He's just like, yeah, because it's kind of something I want to discuss. And I was just like, okay. So I opened the envelope. Why was there $400 in the envelope? So I look at him and I'm like, Lance, why are you giving me $400? And then it clicks. This man thinks I'm those women, and I already told this man I don't do that. And Lance. So I I kid you not, like, if y'all know me in real life, like, if y'all hang around me on a regular basis, y'all know if something is awkward for me, I don't care if it's awkward. And, like, if I feel awkward, I'ma just bust out laughing. Like, I'ma just start laughing. I will literally laugh in your face if it gets awkward. Like, I don't even care because it's just funny to me because I don't know how else to react. Like, this is awkward as hell. So I bust out laughing in his face and he's looking at me like, so you can come see me tonight? And I was just like, what? And I was like, Lance, here's your money. I don't want your money. I have money. And even if I didn't, I still wouldn't take your money. And he was just like, just come see me tonight, okay? I'll have it for you later. I was like, Lance, I don't want your money. Like, you know when you try to tell somebody in the nicest way, like, no, it's okay, I don't, just no. And they still persisted, so now he's starting to piss me off. And I'm like, Lance, get out of my, like, on everything I love, I just started turning crazy. Like, I just started going, like, when I'm at my job, I sound like a white girl. Like, people tell me I sound white. I didn't sound white no more. I was like, yo, Lance, dead ass, get out my face, bro. Like, for real, get out my face. Like, I was just like, now you're dead ass annoying me. Like, move. Like, next caller. So I was like, this is not, So he walks away and he goes wherever he goes. And I pick up the phone. First of all, I'll call my best friend. And I was like, yo, why this man gave me $400? And then he starts laughing. I'm like, no, I'm not kidding you. $400. Like, he really gave me $400. Or tried to give me $400. I gave it back to him. So then I called my friend that was working there before. And I was like, why did he just try to give me money? And she was just like, oh my God, no, Julie, don't take the money. Why would I take that money from that man? Like, what? Like, I don't care if I'm broke, deep in a hole, in over my head. What? I'm not taking money from that man. Like, what I did? What? No. Like, just, why would you even think that? That's crazy. I was not taking money from that man regardless. So she was like, don't. I was like, I didn't take it from him. I gave it back to him and told him that nothing's happening and he needs to stop with this. And it's getting annoying because, like, I already told you this past month, no. And I don't know if no is not, the no that I'm giving you is not strong enough. If it's not loud enough, like, I don't know what to tell you. And it's like, I'm not going to go to my boss. Like, maybe that's what I should do. But it's like, in my head, I only been working there a month and a half. You know, like, if you knew, you don't want them to be thinking nothing like, oh, you just got here and there's already problems. Like, so I'm not trying to say nothing. So I'm like, I'm gonna just let this slide. Like, and I was really letting it slide for real. Like, but I kid you not, you think that was the end of that? Yeah. No, it got worse.
You cannot be for real. Oh my God, you for real?
Yeah. It got worse. So I think it was like this last situation, I think it happened, I can't even say a month ago, because it definitely didn't happen a month ago. I would like to say it happened 3 weeks ago. Between 3 to 4 weeks ago it happened, right? So something happened in my job to a point where all the residents couldn't leave their rooms. Like, all their food would be brought to their room, all their mail had to be brought to their room. They couldn't leave their rooms. Anything they needed, we had to bring it to them. So I work front desk, I do the mail, so I had to bring the mail. But I bring the mail at a certain time. So I leave at 8. So I would bring the mail at 6 because there's like 3 floors. So it takes me about an hour. So I was like, I'll start at 6:30. And this man, he comes to collect his mail, his newspapers. Remember how I told you in the beginning, this man has a routine. He goes to the nurses, he collects his mail, and then he comes to... Okay, so you knew this man was gonna fiend for that mail, right? So in the beginning, when I started bringing down the mail, I kind of, like, he asked me, oh, what time do you bring down the mail? And this is something that I have to tell them so that they're not, like, you know, calling the phone over and over for stuff that I've already told you to your face. So I said, oh, I bring down the mail 6:30. It depends what I'm doing at the time. And he says, oh, okay. So, this happened about, like 3 weeks ago. I want to say 3 weeks ago. So, I'm getting ready to do the mail, right? I don't know what I was doing before, but I'm getting ready to do the mail. I get a phone call, and I answer the phone. It's Lance. Lance is like, oh, are you coming downstairs? I said, Lance, what are you talking about? What are you on the phone talking about? And he's just like, my mail. I said, is it 6 o'clock, Lance? Is it 6:30? Do I have the wrong time? He's just like, oh no, it's almost 6 o'clock. I was like, okay, thank you. So now I just hang up the phone because it's like, why are you calling the phone? And I told you what time I'm doing the mail. So, I start bringing down the mail, and I get to his door, and I knock on it. He opens it. He was just like, oh, so you gonna come in? Lance, I'm here to give you your mail. What are you talking about? So I give him his mail, and he's just like, so you're not gonna come in? So I just walk away because I'm not even trying to hear it. So after I realized what this man has planned for me, I realized he's going to be the last person mail I do, because when I tell you, he was actually the first person I gave the mail to. He watched me go to everyone in his hallway, because you know, if the residents live in one hallway, he watched me go to each and every one of the other residents and give them their mail. It's when I finally finished giving out all the mail and turned the corner, this man went back in his room. How creepy is that? Like, I kid you not. He's like, ugh. So, I think a day passed, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing his mail last, because that's not gonna happen. So, first of all, the first day that I gave him his mail, just take this into account. The first day, first of all, when he used to do his mail, or he used to come collect his own mail, he never even used to have mail. And when he did, it would be like one little envelope. He would order packages that, like, the housekeeper would take to them. So I wouldn't have to see him, because he barely, unless he came to see his mail, but he never really had mail, right? But in this time with this lockdown that we had going on, it was like he was getting mad mail. Like, he was ordering more stuff just to get stuff in his mail. And he was ordering like 4 packages a day. And he would have like 10 envelopes in his mailbox. And I'm like, why is this man? And it's like every day the mail pile would get bigger for him. Like, and I was just like, what is going on? So I made sure I go to his room last. And so I went to his room with his packages and his mail. He opens the door and he's looking at me. He looked me up and he looking me up and down like. And then he's just like, so I need to talk to you. And I'm not saying nothing because I already know what he's going to say, and I already don't want to hear it. So I'm like, here's your mail, Lance. Here's your mail. And he's not taking the mail from me. Like, he's just standing there talking like, so you're not going to come inside? Can you just come inside for a little bit? Just come inside and sit down. Let's talk. I have something for you. I said, Lance, I don't want anything from you. Just take your mail. So he wouldn't take his mail. So I pushed open his door, put his mail on his little counter, and I scooted my little self up out of there. And I left. So the following day, same thing. I think he only had some packages. He didn't have no mail. He had packages. I brought his package down to him. He was just like, here he goes. Oh, you're going to have to stop being so rude to me and stop ignoring me. And I was like, Lance, I'm ignoring you and being rude to you? He was just like, so you gonna come in my... I said, Lance, goodbye. I put his package on the floor and walked away. He's just like, see, you're doing it again. You're being rude to me. I said, and he's yelling this. And I'm telling you, like, the aides for the other residents were sticking their head out looking at me. And I just kept walking because I was like, nah, this man is not about to embarrass me and make it seem like something's going on when there is nothing going on over on this end. Like, nothing at all. So this, so I got upstairs and I sit down. I'm like, yo, I'm not like, I was like, yo, I'm not bringing no more mail, no more packages. I don't care how much it build up, and he's not getting his mail from me, because I'm not doing that again, because that's, you're doing too much. It's just like, what are you doing all that for? Like, no, like, you doing too much. So I get upstairs and the phone's already ringing. Like, I just got to the desk and the phone's ringing. Lo and behold, it's Lance. So I pick up the phone. I was like, yes, Lance. He was just like, why won't you come downstairs? Just come see me. And I was just like, Lance, I can't see you. He's just like, I'll give you $800. I was like, Lance, I don't want your money. I don't want it. He was just like, I give you $1,200. I said, Lance, I don't want your money. Like, I don't care how much you're trying to offer. I don't want your money, and I'm not coming downstairs. Stop calling the phone for this mess. So, and then I banged the phone on him. So then he calls again, and so I was just like, yo, nah. So I said, yo, John, answer the phone, because I'm not answering it. It's Lance on some, some mess, and I'm not with it. Like, I'm not trying to hear none of this. So John picked up the phone. He's like, hello. And then Lance go, is Julie there? And I was like, nah, tell him that I left. He was just like, oh, she left for the day. He's just like, oh, okay. So he hangs up. 5 minutes pass. Lance calling again. So I said, John, come answer the phone, because I know what he's calling for. He knows that we playing him, so answer the phone again. So he goes, yeah, hello. And then Lance goes again, is Julie there? No, Julie left for the day. He said, okay, do you know when she's coming back? He said, oh, she'll be here tomorrow. I said, John, you're supposed to be my friend. Don't tell this man if I'm coming. Like, if he see me, he see me. If he don't, oh well. Like, dang. So he hang up the phone, and it's now Saturday, and Saturdays I work early in the morning, and I get into work. This man is already calling the phone. Again, I just clocked in, just got to the desk. This man is already calling. Or are you gonna bring my newspaper downstairs? Yes, Lance. You know I do this every time. Like, there nothing has changed. Like, come on now, you know this. So I hang up the phone, and I go downstairs, and I make sure I bring him his newspaper. And I'm like, here you go. He was just like, can you just come inside? I have something for you. I said, no, I'm not coming inside. Take your newspaper. I have stuff to do. Take your newspaper. So he takes his newspaper. He's just like, you look really nice today. You look real good. I was just like,
back the fuck up. I knock the fuck out you.
I ain't even respond. I just walked away. Like, I just walked away, because it can't get any more disgusting than that. It's like already disgusting, and you're just, okay. So this happened about, I want to say 2 weeks ago. Well, a week and a half ago. This happened like a week and a half ago. But John, my friend, my coworker, the one that I'm cool with, he was on vacation, so he wasn't there when this happened. But so I stopped bringing, because y'all know, I already told you, I was not going back down to that man. I was not bringing him his mail no more, none of that. Like, it was clipped. It was over with. Somebody else could bring it to him, but I wasn't going to be the one to do it. So, one day, it wasn't even one day. It was that day. Even though I said I wasn't going to bring him his mail, he kept calling the phone for his mail. So I was like, yo, this man's not going to start calling the phone, and there's no need for him to be calling the phone. Like, literally, it's like, you call somebody, right? And you just hung up with them. Then you calling them back again. Like, that's too much. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna just bring this man his mail. So I go downstairs. I knock on his door. He's taking his time to come to the door. He opened the door, and he looking at me. I said, here's your mail, Lance. Here you go. And then he's looking at me. I was like, here he go. He finna say something. But he don't say nothing. He just looking at me. Then he takes his mail. Then I'm about to walk away. He goes, hold on, I got something for you. I'm like, So then it's a piece of paper. And I was like, oh, I could take a piece of paper. Because at this point, I don't even care. As long as it's not no damn envelope. It's not no envelope. Well, I shouldn't even have took that paper. Because when I tell y'all, I've been telling y'all this whole time, I'm thinking it can't get any worse. But it keeps getting worse. Like, it literally keeps getting... I'm not even trying to yell at y'all, but literally it keeps getting worse. So I take the paper from him, and I don't read it because he watches me walk down the hallway. So I don't read it until I turn the corner. So I go down the hallway and I turn the corner. I open it. He was just like, when are we going to meet up? I have money for you. You can come to my room anytime. You can come on the weekend since you're not as busy. Because sometimes I see you just sitting there. Because on the weekends, I'm not really that busy. I really just be sitting on my phone watching movies, to be honest. But that's besides the point. But he was just like, you don't seem to be busy on the weekends, so you can come on the weekends and you can come and we can meet up. I have some toys for you that you can use, and they'll really pleasure you in the way you want to be pleasured. Then I'm like, all right. But it's like a whole paragraph. Like, I kid you not, if I had that paper right now, y'all, if I find it while I'm editing this video, I'm probably not going to find it. But if I do find it, I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to put it right here. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Like, that man was on some weird, he was on some weird shit. Like, he was, I don't know what type of time that man was on. But then he was talking about, oh, I was eating my breakfast this morning and I realized that the food was so delicious, but I'd rather be eating you.
What?
Like, damn. Like, what? Sir, where does man learn this? Who he been hanging around? Like, who? Like, you kiss your mama with that mouth? Like, ooh. And then he was talking about, I can pleasure you. You can tie me up, do whatever you want me to do. I'll do whatever you want. You could be my dominatrix or whatever the word is, dominatrix or whatever. He was just like, I could be your dog. You can walk me however you want and just use me how you want to use me. And I was just like, so I closed that paper and I busted out laughing. Everybody's looking at me because they don't know why I'm laughing. But I am dying of laughter. I'm dying of laughter. So I was like, yeah, we're not going to speak on this. So I was like, I'm going to just put this here and I'm going to tell John. Because, yeah. So I call my friend and I show her, like, I physically show her the paper. And I tell her, like, this is what this man is saying. She's like, yeah, no, this man, I don't know what he got going on. But I don't know. He's never acted like that around me. Like, he's always told me to come downstairs, but he never left me no note talking about some eating you and just... I was like, yeah, but... sir, like, I do not want to be... I'm not that girl. Like, bye. Like, no. So a week later, John comes back from vacation. I tell him what happened. He's just like, yeah, that man is... He really wants you and this, that, and the third. And I was like, yeah, but nope, I don't want this man. Like, I don't know how many times I have to tell him, but like, yeah, I really don't want this man. But it's been like a good while since I've seen this man, so he hasn't seen me or heard from me in a while. But he finna hear from me in a couple days because I gotta go back. But I was just like, yeah, nah, this is crazy. Like, I was just like, yeah, y'all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all give it a like, drop a comment, like, tell me what y'all think, like, tell me that's not crazy. Drop some comments and make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so you know every time I post, so you do not miss another story time like this one. And I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Bye.